Yesterday, India announced some extremely shocking silver news that is going to change everything. They are monetizing silver in April of 2026. India's game-changer banking rule triggers global precious metals revolution. Silver's comeback as both a monetary and industrial force in India sets the stage for a 10x surge. This is starting in April of 2026. RBI will allow silver to be used as collateral for loans just like gold. Your silver jewelry, coins, and bars, all of it can now get you credit without selling. Major boost to people from small towns and villages. That silver which used to sit at home locked away doing nothing. It was dead capital, but not anymore. That is a game changer. First-time borrowers, shop owners, farmers, small traders can now get formal credit without jumping through banking hoops. This isn't just about loans, it's about bringing trillions of rupees worth of household silver into the formal economy. This is going to change everything. First and foremost though, welcome. Thank you for tuning into your daily silver news. My name is Silver Slayer, and if you want the latest information on what's happening across the globe like India and how this affects the price of silver, then make sure you click subscribe and click the bell. I'm doing a giveaway in about a week and a half. You don't want to miss it. Also, folks, my book Silver is the New Gold is coming out on Christmas Day. There's going to be an ebook and a paperback. I'm going to try my best to sign all of the paperbacks. If not all, then the ones from the Secret Silver Society, which are my Patreon subscribers. I also do a monthly giveaway over there as well on the 31st every month. So in 6 days, I'll be giving some silver away to one of those members, patreon.com/silverslayer. If you want to join, there's also a live chat. So yeah. I'll probably be releasing some of my book over there as well, since like that's kind of like the, our little group, more personal over there. So yeah, anyways, let's check this out. India reawakens silver, the return of monetary legend. For the first time since the 1800s, a major government has officially remonetized silver, and not just symbolically, and that's the difference. Beginning April of 2026, India's banks will accept silver as collateral for loans, placing it on par with gold in the nation's financial system. In a single stroke, silver has gone from a traded commodity to a trusted monetary anchor, a change that could ripple through global markets for years to come. And I do think it's going to start expanding outwards, especially over in the East. But think of it like this. When I interviewed JP Cortez from Sound Money Defense League, he's the one that has been reopening or trying to push the idea of a gold standard to I guess local governments in each state. He would go around to all 50 states, whatever, talking to their governments, trying to explain about the gold standard and how or I guess what is sound money. And he said he noticed a pattern is if one person or one state would be open to the idea, then others would. It's politics, and it's kind of that waiting game is who's going to stick their neck out first to see how it goes, and then if it goes good, then they'll do it. And that's he said he saw that very often. Which makes sense when you're talking about politics, but this could be the same thing. India does this, and then you see another country, and then another country, and then it's, more adopted. But regardless, this is big news. This is very big news, especially with India being such a big advocate for silver, buying so much silver, even from the investment side of things. It's very, very telling, right? When your actions speak louder than words, no matter who says what, you know what they stand for by what they're doing. You see China, India, Russia, Saudi Arabia just bought 932,000 contracts of the SLV, right? All of these countries, Mexico, all of these countries buying massive amounts of silver. Actions speak louder than words. There's a reason why. So silver steps in. This time-honored cycle is about to expand and evolve. By adding silver to India's collateral framework, the government is unlocking financial opportunity for millions who don't possess gold but do hold silver in forms passed down through generations: anklets, serving plates, temple offerings, or modest investment bars. Right? A lot of, I mean, they use silver for, you know, religious purposes, and a lot of its investment, especially over the past couple of years. So that's definitely going to be a huge opportunity for, you know, for those over there. For rural households and small farmers, silver is the untapped treasury. The new rule transforms these items from symbolic savings into working capital. A farmer can now pledge silver to obtain the funds needed to plant, grow, and sustain operations through the long, anxious months before harvest. In practice, India just reintroduced silver to the heart of its monetary system, a kind of convertibility unseen since the days of the British Raj. The spark that lights a global fuse. I mean, silver's new role as a bankable collateral effectively pulls it back into the financial world after more than a century in exile. The timing, nothing short of perilous for those shorting silver. That's another interesting point. So they do go into the COMEX, though. Where's that at? So this story is of huge interest across the internet. That is very, very true. Look at how many people have been tweeting about this. So jpost.com, which is the Jerusalem Post, also covered this. But this guy tweeted, the Butcher of Wall Street, this guy tweeted, India is about to drain the COMEX of silver. Expectations of a 10-to-1 silver to gold ratio could significantly increase the price of silver to $400 an ounce. Why did they say $400? Well, we're going to show the math equation down below in a second. So then you have the SGT report. JPost, India unleashes silver as bank collateral with the 10-to-1 gold ratio. Let that sink in. I mean, that is massive. You're pegging it 10-to-1 to gold. Not 85-to-1, which it currently is right now, or 80-to-1, or whatever it is. 10-to-1. That's a little higher than the ratio it comes out of the Earth's crust, which is 7-to-1. So, and this is in April of 2026. Remember that date. Remember that date. Eric Young, this is an insane game changer for the BRICS and silver. Sometimes like this was considered super conspiracy theory just a month ago. Yeah. And that was a month. Yeah. India makes bank collateral 10-to-1. And this is the reason India imports tons of physical silver. And yeah, now you're starting to see why India has been such, you know, so heavily invested into silver. So now you see this. Gold at 4,000 would mean silver's at 400 if you're going with the 10-to-1 ratio. That's where they came up with that $400 price. So this marks the first time a major economy has formally recognized silver's role alongside gold in modern banking. India unleashes silver as bank collateral with the 10-to-1 gold to silver ratio, boosting global money's role. So yeah, a lot of people are tweeting about this. Like, look, how many tweets. Then you have silver degen. London can't slam anymore. China just put London in checkmate. Silver. China's silver premiums go positive after 10 months of declining premiums. So yeah, silver's prices truly exploded in 2025, up more than 65% year over year, outperforming nearly every major commodity and leaving skeptics scrambling. The upcoming earnings call for, now they go into that. I mean, I'm not really gonna promote, you know, silver miners, whatever. But if you miss out on this silver rally, you could be walking away from a truly life-changing wealth. I mean, yeah, it's definitely, you're never gonna see something that has this much going for it ever again, right? Just breaking out of a 45-year cup and handle, right? Banging its head against $50 in 1980, banging its head against $50 in 2011. The silver shortage, how much it's used for, it's undervalued. There's silver manipulation, right? The silver rabbit hole goes so deep, it's very, very valuable because it's the most highly conductive metal for thermal conductivity, electricity. We need more and more silver as time goes on, but there's less and less of it. I mean, and the monetary side of things, which we're seeing now, like nothing has this much potential behind it, especially that's that undervalued, right? You have something that's extremely useful, but is extremely undervalued. Nothing will ever probably be as explosive as this, have this much explosive potential. So take advantage of it, right? So, yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up here. thought this was pretty interesting. Remember, folks, my book is coming out Christmas Day. Spent a lot. I spent so much time on this book. Uh, so much time. Like it is insane how much effort I put into it. But it's kind of like my life's work, so I don't want to half-ass it. Um, it has a lot of personality to it. It's not just going to be like a educational book on silver stacking. No, there's my personality in there, like how I make my YouTube videos. So nobody else will be able to write a silver book like this because it has my personality. Like it's not, it's more of like a book written from a silver stacker, not an educational, company writing a book about silver. I share my passion about silver. I share my thoughts on the markets. I share everything. Yeah, I think it's going to be very enjoyable. And I really do think you'll enjoy it. So make sure you purchase it. I'm not writing this book for money. The money is the last. I want to write this book to be able to say, it's something I'll be very proud of, to be able to say that I have a book published, and people are able to learn from it. The whole point of me making videos is spreading the seed of silver's value, right? And if I could have a book that could be at, you know, Barnes and Nobles or whatever, or you give it to someone for Christmas, and I am able to plant that seed of silver's value, how to preserve your money. I go very very deep into the worthless aspect of the dollar as well in this book. Like it's more than just silver. I have a chapter called the dollar's demise. Um, and I have a chapter about everything. I have a chapter about prepping. I have a chapter about that. I have a chapter about precious metals versus cryptocurrency. I mean, there's so many different angles I look at this. So yeah, I definitely am really excited to get this out. It's a little stressful just because like I'm a perfectionist, so I keep going through, and I'm like, oh, I'll change that a little bit, or I'm like, well, I can make that. But yeah, it's gonna be good though. But anyways, I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know in the comment section below if you will be purchasing the book. And yeah. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.